Played sports all through my childhood. I grew up with two brothers and one older sister, so I'm second to youngest.
Totally focused on sports. No trouble for me. I was, your boy next door, completely clean, school, the books, and sports, and that was it.
I did martial arts. I started, your typical karate when I was probably 7. So from like 7 to 10 or 11, I did traditional karate, martial arts, and then I stopped that when I got into more, organized sports, your baseball, basketball, football, and played those through high school, played football in college. And then after college, I always wanted something else, outside of football, of course, to keep that competitive edge going. So I tried a number of different things. I tried, your weekend softball, beer league type thing. Just didn't cut it. Compare that to football, the different levels of intensity just weren't there. I tried, your men's league basketball. That didn't have it either. And then finally I said, you know what? Let me try like kickboxing or something like that.
Like I said, I was in that mindset of I need something to replace football. I needed something to replace that intensity of practice of games and so forth. And I was looking for that, and I didn't find it until I came across MMA on TV, a UFC fight on Spike or whatever it was on at that time, and I was like, wow, now that's intense. This may be something I want to give a shot to. And I remember talking to my wife about it, and she was dead set against it, absolutely dead set against it. And I was like, I think I should try this, And she actually, I was talking about the gym because the gym was close to our house at that time, and she actually surprised me with a membership. I think it was either for my birthday or Christmas, and she actually bought the first membership for me to go and have some private lessons in MMA. It was kind of bring back the same memories of childhood where, I had my first week of private lessons, and my instructor was like, wow, have you ever done this before? I was like, no. He's like, well, you seem like a natural. I mean, you're hitting the mitts like guys that have been here for a while and that type of thing. So it was kind of like my childhood where I was like, all right, well, it's coming easy, so I definitely want to keep going with it and see what happens,
Did the training and the fighting change you at all? What did it give you? Did it help you develop as a person at all?
Absolutely. I definitely, feel more confident. I love the conditioning of it all. I love how it, it keeps me fresh, keeps me in shape. And I usually use this to play off on my other sports. So I still do play my basketball and things like that on weekends, and it actually helps it, so it helps keep me in shape for those sports. Those aren't, I do this 3-4 days a week, but I play basketball once a week. So it helps me keep in shape for basketball. I feel good when I get out there on the court. You know what? I like the training probably more than I like the fighting. I still don't identify myself as a professional fighter. And when people, talk to me, obviously I bring up, 12, a dozen other things before I bring up the MMA thing. No, I didn't. I don't miss the fighting at all. When I did stop, the reasons why I stopped because I have 2 small children, and my wife didn't want to see me fight anymore in the cage. Not that she didn't want the children to see it or anything like that, because actually both my kids train here as well. But it was just, getting older, just for safety reasons, don't want to see anything happen to you. I got 2 kids in the family to take care of, so just decided, just to stick to the training and not the fighting. That competitive spirit, that, one-on-one, me against you, let's see who's the bigger man, if you want to say it, the ego thing, you step in there, one of us is going to come out victorious and one of us isn't, so I want to make sure it's me. I think you have to have an unusually high competitive personality to step in there, period. If you're not a competitive person, you're definitely in the wrong sport. A dad, 100% husband, father, do anything for my family, fun, love to laugh. I'm a big kid, honestly. That's what I am. I never have a bad day. I'm always in a good mood. I support my kids in whatever they want to do. If they want to do it, if it's possible physically, financially, time-wise, possible to do it, I'm absolutely going to let them do it. I mean, my kids have done, anything from travel, in the United States with their grandparents or ourselves to, theater, to dancing, to football, to jiu-jitsu, to basketball. I mean, if they want to try it, I want to make sure that they have the best opportunity to do it. I think education is probably the most important thing to me and my wife and my family. And I think experiences, kids need to experience as much as they can.
What kind of man do you strive to be?
Someone who takes care of their responsibilities, who is a positive influence on those around them, and who's a respectful person, and who just makes everyone else feel good around them with a positive attitude and a positive energy. My kids, they've done several NAGA tournaments locally. They've won some, they've lost some. I think that's honestly the biggest and most important experience that they could have at this age. To know what it feels like to win, but to know what it feels like to lose, and to I think they learn the most from the losing. The winning is almost self-explanatory. It feels good, it's great, you know why you won, but to know why you lost, and to understand why you lost, and to learn from why you lost, and to accept losing, and to then come back and understand why you're coming back. I think that's a huge lesson for young kids to learn. So I think that's unbelievably important for them to learn. Even at 41, I still call myself an athlete.
Do you think you'll be around the sport for a long time?
Absolutely, as long as my body will let me do it. And I'm always here. I'm here also, as an influence to my children. I want them to see me do it and not just tell them to do it.